People always ask me about the down payment amount they need, but in reality, you should be asking what the total amount you need to buy a home is. Today, I'm breaking down all of the costs associated with buying a home so you know exactly how much you need to plan for when you're ready to jump into home ownership. And stay to the end where I give you a tip on how you can help reduce the amount that you need. Let's break it down. Some of the expenses you'll want to prepare for when house hunting go beyond the down payment. And the good news is you don't need 20% down to qualify for a mortgage. I have a whole video that discusses your down payment options, so be sure to check that out. So here are a few costs you'll want to keep in mind when budgeting for the home buying process. Now, here's a term you'll hear a lot: earnest money. This is basically your good faith deposit once your offer is accepted that says, yes, I indeed plan to move forward with this purchase. Here's my skin in the game. This cost is typically about 1% of the purchase price. So if the home is $450,000, you'll need $400 to $4,500. Two quick notes about the earnest money. Number one, you can get your earnest money back at certain times during the transaction should something happen, like you find a major issue with the home during your inspection period. Ensure your agent explains how and when you are able to get this money back. It's laid out in the purchase contract, so it's important to read this in detail. Number two, this money will be used as your down payment and to cover closing costs. So it's not really in addition, but it is money that you need right away. Next up, the home inspection. This is crucial for peace of mind. Depending on your dream home's size, age, and cool features like a casita or pool, you're looking at around $400 to $500. This will be your whole home and termite inspection. In addition to this general inspection, I also recommend at a minimum, people also get a roof and an AC inspection. Oftentimes you can get a free roof inspection, and AC inspection costs about $75 per unit. This is one stage of home buying I would not skimp on. I see people not wanting to do the AC inspection to save that $75, but that's one of the most important ones to have. That $75 can save you thousands of dollars. Now we move on to the appraisal. This depends on the home and lender, but is typically $500 to $600. Sometimes this is paid up front, rolled into your loan, or included as part of the closing cost. Chat with the lender you are using to find out when you will be expected to pay it. Closing costs are the fees to do business. This is typically 2 to 3% of your purchase price. They include items like loan origination, appraisal fees, prepaids, notary recording fees, and title insurance. Now, what are prepaids? This includes costs like 1 year of home insurance, possibly 2 to 3 months of HOA if there is one, taxes, prepaid interest, which is dependent on when you close. For example, if you close on the last day of the month, you only have 1 day, and if you close at the beginning of the month, you will have the whole month. So check out my other video that's dedicated to closing costs for the full scoop. Fun fact, you can flex those negotiation muscles on closing costs when submitting your offer. Depending on the type of loan you are using, you can negotiate with the seller to provide credit of up to 3 to 5% of the purchase price to help cover those closing costs. Now, extras that may pop up. First is moving costs, and don't forget appliances. When thinking about moving costs, will you hire pros or pay friends with pizza and beer? If you decide to go with movers, you're looking at around $500 or more. If you do go this route, start thinking about it early so you can get multiple estimates so you can budget appropriately. Now, when I say appliances, I'm talking washer, dryer, fridge. Everything else that is built in, like the microwave, dishwasher, and stove, all automatically stay per the contract. Personally, if any of those other items are in the home, I always recommend asking the seller to leave them when you submit an offer. Now, if they are not in the home, this is something you will need to budget for because you need a washer, dryer, fridge. All right, still with me? Okay, good. So really quick, go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button if you're finding all of this breakdown helpful. So what's a simple formula to remember? Down payment plus 2 to 3% closing costs plus inspection plus appraisal. And that's the total cost to buy a home. When do you need all of this? The first thing you will need is that earnest deposit of 1%. That is required within 24 to 48 hours of your offer being accepted. Then shortly after, you will need money for any inspections you choose to do, since you typically have a 10-day inspection period after your offer is accepted. Then a few weeks later, you may need the appraisal amount if it's not rolled into your closing cost. And then the day of closing is when you will need the rest of the money, or what we call cash to close. The title company will send you kind of a statement about a week in advance that has all of the numbers and a thorough breakdown of the cost for you to be able to review. So let's look at a quick scenario. Say you're buying a home for $435,000, which is currently the median price here in Phoenix, Arizona, using an FHA loan. The down payment using an FHA is a 3.5%, which would be about $15,225. Inspections, let's say it's a 1,500 square foot home built in 2000 with no pool. You're looking at about $450, including the termite inspection. Then you do a roof inspection, and most companies will do those for free. Then you have one AC unit, so that inspection is $75 for a total of $525. Appraisal is about $550, and let's go conservative on closing costs of 3%, so around $13,000. This puts the total amount you need to buy a home at about $29,000. Did I just hear a gasp? Fear not. So how can you get your total cost down? Negotiate with the seller. They might chip in up to 3% on an FHA loan, making your dream home more wallet friendly, around $16,000. Now, I get asked a lot about down payment assistance or first-time home buyer programs to help with the down payment. Yes, those do exist, but there are limitations such as price point, location, income, credit score, and they do come with drawbacks like higher interest rates. So it's important for you to chat with a trusted lender to see if these are truly a good option for you. Now, this total cash to close number doesn't have to be a mystery. As you start your search, ask your agent for an estimated net sheet. Now, this won't be your exact number, as this will depend on each house, but it can give you a ballpark number of what you will need to have in the bank. If you have any questions or need more insights about buying your first home here in Phoenix, Arizona, I'm here to help. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or schedule a chat. All of my contact info is below. Don't forget, give it a like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more home buying tips. Until next time.